Aloha! Welcome to the Mind of Marlin. It's another TreeTop Talk on June 17th, 2020. The chickens are fed, the ducks are fed, and now it's time to feed your head. I read every day about how many people are dying from the COVID crisis. I have a little tracker on my phone that keeps account, both globally and nationally. And it's horrifying to see that now over 120,000 people have died in the U.S. alone from the COVID crisis. So death is very much in our current conversation in a way that it hasn't been before, even though people are dying by the thousands every day for all kinds of things. So I wanted to do a piece about death, and it's called Over Your Dead Body. Death is a drag for the living. We lament and remorse, we grieve and shout, we cry and quake. It is time we begin producing people's funerals, making them a little less on the macabre side. We speak in whispers, like the dead were in a library reading. We speak in terms to make sure the dead are respected. They don't need it. They can't appreciate it. It is not an enlivening thought that the only respect I will get in my life is when I'm dead. There are other ways to approach funerals than dressing in black and listening to piped-in music from a pipe organ. Let's dress up the dearly departed and put the fling back in funeral. The curtain goes up, and on a plaster column is a television, which is turned on, and a pre-recorded monologue begins. It's you. As the dearly departed, you are now able to share all those things that you would never say in your lifetime. Copernicus had to do something like this, publishing his papers on the Earth's orbit around the sun after he was safely underground, knowing full well the church would burn him at the stake if they were given the opportunity for his blasphemy. Nowadays, we want to be so politically correct that our correctness has become political. In other words, we are correct only when it becomes a means of getting something we want. That is also political sincerity in action. But since you are dead, all convention goes out the window like dust, as it were, in the wind. Do we really have to wait until we have left this world to truly speak our minds? Who hasn't heard, "I would rather die than tell him what I really think"? We are too afraid of the consequences and repercussions to be honest with one another. With a pre-recorded message, you needn't worry about being interrupted because nobody would have the gall to butt in on the dead. You will be given a highly polished monologue, just like the kind you see on the late-night talk shows, and you can know that in your final resting place, you killed them. Top 10 reasons why it's better to be dead. Number 10, downsizing doesn't scare you like it used to. Number 9, don't have to die anymore because you died. Number 8, plenty of time to actually practice pushing up daisies. Number 7, finally understand the lyrics to all those Grateful Dead songs. Number 6, don't have to listen to Fox News anymore. Number 5, get to look forward to turning over in your grave. Number 4, develop an intimate relationship with earthworms. Number 3, you save a lot of money on clothes. Number 2, the view in here is going to be better than the one in Queens. And the number one reason why it's better to be dead, at last, some peace. A production team will script your funeral proceedings, and songs like Amazing Grace will be replaced with Sympathy for the Devil. Additional music from Hendrix, Joplin, Morrison, Cobain will lend a touching tribute to your once state of mind. As none of us can really know what God wants from us, we will make sure that all your bases are covered. The presiding priest will wear a rubber mask of Lord Ganesh, and the rabbi will be speaking in tongue and brisket. Funerals and wakes need not be mournful affairs. Not if you give your guests the opportunity to party like there's no tomorrow, because for you, there's no today. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we may die drives the message home. But make sure the message gets home and assign a designated driver first. We have no myths about death in America, which is a fundamental lacking and perhaps maybe the reason we fear it so much. It is said that 95% of all of our medical bills are spent on the last years of our lives. With Eskimos, when you no longer have enough teeth to chew, they put you out on the ice as an offering for a polar bear. The legend goes that when your children's children will one day kill a polar bear, and when they cut into the belly, you will come out reborn. In our consumer culture, when you no longer have enough credit to buy food, you will be put out on the curb as an offering for the landfill. Your children's children, who won't have enough money to go to college because you tapped all the credit with your medical bills, they will be garbage men. They will find you on the curb and toss you into the back of the truck where you will go to your final resting place, along with all of the other garbage that you threw away over a lifetime. You may not be able to take it with you, but it will be taking you with it. But back to our mortuary makeover. Once your pre-recorded message has been played, the attendees at the wake will be so incensed they will want to bring you back to life just to kick your ass. So a life-size replica will be available for them to punch, kick, insult, stab, burn, and assault with any number of both verbal and physical means. Some people will feel better afterwards, after the battering, after they've had a chance to get out their frustrations. The guests can get it off their chest and go home feeling so much better and at peace, because in the end they will appreciate that they are living and they can still take time to stop and smell the crematorium. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe, and I'll keep bringing them. Aloha.